As many of you know, I operate out of Downing Street on a regular basis, daily reporting there, and of course you become friends with many people in that vicinity. You get to know all the MPs, all of course the wannabes, and more importantly the wonderful people from the British Metropolitan Police that do their very best under very difficult circumstances, given the fact that their, plans, whatever operational detail is changed at the drop of a hat. The old style policing has literally gone out the window, and many of them, they tell me the traditional policemen have now quit the force because they can't keep up with the ever-changing wokeratory that they're supposed to do. We saw that, didn't we, with the people who cruelly smashed that young lady's nose in the Manchester attacks. Remember, one-sided, all the MPs jumped to defend the people that actually were the people that did the wrong thing. Meanwhile, very few apologies to that brave young policewoman. Whatever you thought, it was a harrowing video to watch. But what's fascinating over here, as you can imagine, is the current British Home Secretary. That's right, Yvette Cooper. Now, Yvette, you see, is in charge of stopping the small boats, smash the gangs, usual rubbish, can't get anything organised, and each time she's interviewed has no proper plan. This latest one in, one out, well, again, shambolic. If you remember a while back, Yvette decided the way forward was in fact to, raid nail bars. That's going to do well, isn't it? And literally when you look at it also, you can see the fact that yes, there are more and more barber shops up and down the high street. How difficult would that be to raid them? You get the picture. But moving forward, this is now the bigger epidemic, literally over here in the United Kingdom. Yes, all the delivery drivers from all of these major chains like Deliveroo, Just Eat, Uber Eats, etc. Now here's where this gets interesting. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you chums. Thank you so much for joining me today, and as ever, welcome one and all brand new subscribers. We're on a speeding train back to London, so whatever you're doing, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. And as I said, it's still warm over here in the United Kingdom, so do be careful whatever you're doing. Don't think, of course, you can still do things in the heat. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Got to be careful. I know I joke about these things, but you get on somewhere and you're gasping, aren't you? You're thinking, goodness, I hope they've got a cup of tea going. But you know what I'm saying? Be careful. We're not used to the heat over here. I know in many parts, I've got lots of chums in many parts of the world that tell me, Neil, that's nothing. You should come and live over here. I think I'd pass out, don't you? I tell you one thing that will make you pass out is this particular story. I don't know if you've seen these horrific stories about how these unlicensed, unchallenged, illegal drivers from all of these major chains like Deliveroo, Just Eat, etc. Now, basically, they're all working and creaming in massive amounts of money. I spoke to one recently who told me that he could easily earn £1,000 a week, plus living in a 4-star hotel, plus the mobile phone, the weekly spend, the doctor's appointments. He literally is better off than your average working person. So why on earth would they want to give all of this up? But here's where this is really strange, because Yvette Cooper, the current British Home Secretary, keeps saying she wants to smash these particular things. Now, where I'm based in the Downing Street area, it's fascinating because you get to talk to an array of people, including many of the security teams in and around the Whitehall buildings. And guess what? Oh yes, the Deliveroo drivers actually do deliver to Whitehall, to many of the offices, including the Cabinet Office and, of course, literally Downing Street. Oh yes, when they're working late. Now, how hard would that be for somebody to be placed there to literally check the credentials of these alleged drivers? The ones that are faking it and raking in lots of money. Apparently, and I can tell you this from personal experience, nobody actually asked any of the regular people there about any credentials. In fact, one guy that I spoke to, who was pleasant enough, said no, he could barely speak English, but he said he was a regular deliverer to those particular addresses, Now, when you think about it, this is some of the biggest business, if you like, in the land. They're supposed to be looking out to crack down on all of these things that are really, literally ripping the heart out of Great Britain. They're all thieving, they're all taking away from you, and none of them are paying tax. Now, if you can't stop it at your own front door, truly, what chance have we got anywhere else? What do you think Yvette Cooper should do now? I'd love to know. As ever, if you could like, share and comment respectfully. I'm Neil Shawn, and I'm still on a speeding train in the middle of the United Kingdom.